So next year, I will be teaching a class called Heroes versus Villains, Social Justice. And a lot of you guys have asked me what this class is going to be about. And what it's going to be about is really what you can see in your school, your newspaper, your news, every single day. And it's intolerance, because at the seed of every single conflict, there's usually the word intolerance. And if you don't know what that is, I'll explain. It's the inability of one group to really understand the beliefs or design of another group. So when you see that intolerance plays a factor in every single conflict, you're going to understand that we are going to break down a lot of conflicts. So the whole reason of it calling heroes versus villains is, how did these heroes trump these villains, in a sense? You have people like Adolf Hitler, who caused the Holocaust, but you had people like FDR or Eleanor Roosevelt who were able to kind of get us out of the Great Depression, for lack of better words. Now, with this all coming in, there's going to be a lot in this class. It's not just, the Holocaust. You're going to look at Darfur. You're going to look at Kuwait, not just what happened in America or what happened because of America. You're going to look at African countries all across the world. This is going to be the class where you're going to figure out, one, what it's like to be a good person, and two, where these conflicts have stemmed from. So Heroes versus Villains, Social Justice, look out for it next year.
There's going to be 2 courses, both 9 weeks, offered to juniors and seniors. It's Drone 1 and Drone 2. In this course, you're going to learn a variety of things about drones, from how to keep their batteries well, safety. And in the course, we'll get to, of course, fly drones. This is a lightweight drone, probably going to fly it mostly indoors, but if we get some nice weather days, we can take it outside. So you get to learn how to fly a drone. We'll do that maybe a few times a week, as long as the batteries hold out. There's all kinds of things you can do with drones, from agriculture. I actually looked into the possibility of crop adjusters will need to look at their fields, and they usually walk the fields. You could take a drone out and fly over the fields, get video of the fields, so that the crop adjuster can just look at that and say, oh, save them a lot of time going out there. They use them to look at, inspect places that are inaccessible, like a smokestack on a refinery. You can go up and down a smokestack with one of these, where it's much tougher to get there, put a human there. They're used for search and rescue. There's all kinds of applications for drones. Because in this course, like I said, we'll talk about maybe electricity with batteries. There'll be maybe some design build components where we'll get a bunch of like popsicle sticks and things and have to build something that relates to some science principle about drones. There'll be topics of aerodynamics, where you can learn how, when you fly the drone, how it acts through the air.
It involves a lot of hands-on critical thinking, so if you enjoy actually doing stuff and not just listening to a lecture, enjoy thinking things through and problem solving, and there's a little bit like mathematics involved. I think it'll be a plus in my further life if I ever need to figure something out that's wrong with something. It's a lot like it. It uses mainly English, but you have to know certain commands. We use camel case, so you have to know when to capitalize a letter and when not to. Different, like if you put like a squiggle above a certain letter, it means something different than if you don't. That I would definitely recommend it. It was a lot of fun, and it could help in many different career choices, anything that involves electronics or technology. And so the Coding 1 class is kind of like building a base for Coding 2, and then you learn more interesting things in Coding 2.
Okay.
At General McLean, we're very excited to begin offering a new course in the English department. This course is an introduction to graphic novels. A central focus will be how images and text combine to tell a story and make meaning. After beginning with short-form strip comics, Study will shift to action-adventure and superhero comics. Following that, students will read and learn about alternative and underground comics, that's comics with an X, which have evolved into the modern long-form graphic novels of today. Students will learn the terms associated with the genre. Students will consider graphic novels as literature, analyze formal structure as it relates to content, and trace the development of various themes. Central questions will include the following. What works of literary culture offer significant insight to a broader sense of culture? What is considered literary and what is not? Most importantly, what makes a graphic novel canon? While the course has no final, assessments will be through Socratic seminars, student-led presentations, and shorter forms of writing, such as reviews of the strengths and weaknesses of a particular work. While a small bit of drawing and layout may be expected, this course focuses on reading and analyzing pre-existing texts, not designing one. Some possible graphic novel texts include The March, Mouse, A Survivor's Tale, Persepolis, The Story of a Childhood, American-Born Chinese, Lindbergh Child, Special Exits, Stitches, and Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. The course is a quarter in length, and it is open to 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. There are no prerequisites. I hope you consider the course.
I am Noah Patterson and I work at the cafe. Well, normally we're open till 7:35 to 8, but we are also open just a little bit afterward. I would recommend taking the class just because you get to hang around with friends first period and it's kind of fun. I think the most bought item would either be the iced coffee or the French vanilla cappuccino. We have expediters, which basically just say what the order is. We have people who make the drinks and people who prepare the food. We also have toasters that make bagels and English muffins and stuff like that. I was the expediter for ordering out, which people would give me the prepared food and I would read the name and have to scream the name because, you know, it's pretty loud in the library.
I'm Alexis Bartosik. Yeah, it's fun. You just take fun foods class. French vanilla cappuccinos for sure. I'm the expediter. Like, you take the orders like from the cashier to like other places and get everything ready. No, every other day.
My name is Mrs.